Welcome to WHAT with no application fee. Your favorite hosts, Andy Garcia, and yours truly, Gil Correa.
But they also call him Daddy.
Well,
I was scrolling and I saw this hat, dude, and I was like, oh, I'm buying that.
Oh, yeah,
I
I like
one
it.
day too.
I like
know.
it.
Anything with pink that says Daddy.
Is that what that says?
It says
I
Addy,
just
yeah.
said Addy or something.
Addy?
Laddie?
Like, send the Addy.
Like you're from Britain.
Like, hey,
British.
Hey, Laddie.
Hey, lad.
Nice. Well, we are hungover.
Actually, I'm not hungover today.
I am hungover.
I'm good.
Friday night was just a lot.
Friday night
Thanks,
was
Alan.
intense, yeah. Shout out to
super
Alan.
Fucked up, dude.
It's nice seeing you again.
Yeah. It was like one of those where I did like a 13-hour workday and then came home and got belligerently drunk.
And ate shitty chicken. That was pretty bad chicken. From what I heard. From what I heard.
Yeah.
I didn't try it.
It was good when it was fresh.
Yeah.
But,
what do you want to talk about today?
I think we're still trying to finish up talking the album with people.
Yes.
If you missed the first episode, go back. It was great. Yeah, whenever we do podcasts, people would always say we never talk about our music enough, which
so here we are.
Right? Yeah, so we thought we'd talk about our music with you today. Last time we left off, it was on Funk Master, so I think this first song will be Nasty Boy.
So we jump right to it?
Our homie James here at No Pulp is going to go ahead and press play. We're going to listen to Nasty Boy together, and we'll talk about it, guys.
The show where you throw your hands up, move your feet, get loud, you get nasty. So what you think about that? The one and only Funk Master, baby, I'ma kill the cat. Now tell me that you like that. The band's so dope for bringing motherfucking rhymes back. The story of the toy, and I know you're hearing buzz, cause my Woody is a nasty boy.
One of my more harder French parts.
I mean, Kyle has trouble with it.
This is my favorite part.
I just opened my mouth and they came out.
Todo tiempo quiero head. Dime cuando quieres lo que puedo hacer. Cosas necesitas, tengo pito para las chicas. Soy el chico sucio, mucho gusto, todas amigas. Now I just wanna strike the mood and build a vibe. You're all in the homies, Gil and Snail will confide. It's a secret, the nasty things we did. Luckily for me, the nasty boy will always win.
You see why people think that we're vulgar?
Those who make it complicated never get congratulated.
Mm-hmm.
You good?
Yeah. You're a vulgar little son of a bitch, huh?
I'm a nasty boy, dude.
You are a little nasty boy.
I'm a nasty boy, man.
Yeah, you're going to get punished later. Not by me. I got someone in store for you.
Ooh,
yeah.
What's his name?
She is 5'6".
Oh, God.
That's her
She's
age, 56.
I do like him older.
Hey, I know you do.
That song was mixed by Grammy-nominated Blake Eisman, who's worked with, just countless names.
Shout out to Blake.
Jay-Z, fucking Akon, Beyonce, fucking...
He worked with the Ons?
What?
He worked with the Ons?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how me and Beyonce we're.
Oh, gotcha,
we're tight.
gotcha.
Yeah, we're tight.
I think he worked with Yeezy, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yay?
Yay. Oh, we don't talk about Ye.
Oh, we don't talk about...
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, no, I remember when he first started sending the mixes over, it was so aggressive. Like, in his choice of...
Like a little overdriven?
Everything was saturated. Everything in that song from his mix is saturated as fuck, dude. Obviously, the mastering, which we haven't talked about mastering yet, but he kind of like shaved it down a little. But yeah, you could tell like the compressors were really punching and everything was kind of sharp. And I remember hearing it in my truck.
Yeah.
And I have a little pickup truck and I have just stock speakers.
Shout out to Toyota.
And I remember being like, oh shit, like it's, ugh. And when I sent it over, after I did a few approvals and I sent it to Rob and Demo, because I loved getting their opinions because they have such different opinions. Yeah.
Like left and right.
Yes. So it's nice to get what we think and then hear what both of they think to come with a decision.
Yeah.
And Demo was the one that was like, dude, it's perfect. He was like, that's exactly what that song needs. He's like, that's a horny fucking testosterone-filled song, and that's what Blake did to it. He really pushed it out.
That's
dude.
definitely not what the public wants right now.
I guess that's why we're not succeeding, huh? Just kidding. You guys love us.
No, but what did Rob say? I'm curious.
I don't remember.
Nice.
I
guess you went with Demo's.
Because there was
top then.
definitely like little things that changed in between. Because when we went back and forth. He's out of Florida, so we were sending the mix back and forth. And anyone who's worked like that,
Blake, not Rob.
Blake, yeah, Blake. You try to fucking.
You got this.
You try to fucking. I was like, oh my god, is that his name? Yeah, his name is Blake. Yeah, you try to give like the most detailed notes you can, so you don't do it 12 times, or else they're gonna charge you more. So you have to really sit on it and fucking. Make sure you're ready.
Yeah.
But no, I remember between hearing what both of them said, that was what stuck with me the most, was how aggressive it was and Demo saying that it was good.
Nice.
And I remember when we were writing that, as most people know, I am pocho as fuck. And my Spanish is not very good. Much better now.
What are you talking about?
I mean...
I learned everything from you.
Yeah, but I remember fucking wanting to like redeem myself.
Yeah.
Because in my Spanish verse in You on the first album, I heard it back. I was like, man, I sound... terrible, dude.
Terrible.
But I also was trying big words I'd never used before.
Oscuridad.
Everybody say it with me. Oscuridad.
Hey, you got it.
Hey, it took me 5 years, but I got it now.
Nice. Good
And I
job,
hope
Vato.
Demo watches this and is laughing because that was
that was him.
That was the inside joke.
That's
on the
what-
fucking album.
that's what we call bullying.
Oscuridad. It's like, fuck you, Demo.
Hey, somebody did say you had pretty good voice the other day. They compared you to a really nice singer.
Really?
Remember
Really?
when we were talking to that 110 podcasting on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was nice.
That was nice. Shout out
Yeah.
to her at the 110 podcast. She featured Funkmaster.
She did.
And when she called us and we had a conversation with her, we asked, like, are you sure you want to do Funkmaster? It's a pretty horny song. She was like, I too.
Love horny songs. That's what she said.
She did.
She did.
She did.
She was actually thanked us for writing a song like that and felt really nice.
It felt good because people like, I'll never forget when Colocho told us that.
Mm-hmm.
When he was like, hey man, can't you guys play like that first song with like the girl instead of just always talking about your dicks? And
Well-
it just became more repeated and repeated where people, I remember, well, we talked about it last time, but our mothers, it's like, the fuck was
Well,
that
luckily
song?
my mom doesn't know that much English yet, so like she was just like, están bonitas, mijo. Me recuerda los enanitos verdes. I was like, oh, tight.
Thanks, mom. Yeah, no, Nasty Boy was a simple one too, guys. That was one that we love playing live. It's definitely something funky that gets
It's-
like the crowd in.
It's an energetic song for sure, dude.
Yeah.
It is. I love playing that song.
Oh,
It
and
does
you know
make
what? I
me
do
horny.
love when we kind of wrote that horn. I think we wrote that horn part in the studio real quick.
Is that one of those that we
Yeah,
did
it
in
was
the
just a
studio?
quick little sprinkle on there.
Yeah.
But I remember the thing about French horn is you can really get a swell sound that no instrument can.
Mm-hmm.
So when we do that, it gets that French horn swell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
That swell. Say swell one
Swell.
more time. What does that mean?
I'm swell. Swell is like...
And when it comes to music, because swell is usually like a snappy dressed guy, right? But when it comes to brass instrument,
It
please
means
explain
like
to the
you
people.
crescendo.
Like swollen.
yeah, like you think
like
when
you got a
something gets
chichon?
swollen, yeah, you get like bigger. It's like if you rub it and then it gets swell.
Yes.
The more you rub it, the more swell it is.
Wow, that is true.
Yeah, but that's all I gotta say.
How long is that song?
2
2.5?
minutes. Little over.
Mm.
Look, I can tell you. I got it pulled up.
Ding 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 dong, ding ding dong.
That song is 2 minutes and 21 seconds.
Ah, I almost said 2.5.
Yeah.
Well, I did say two. Almost.
You did. No, you're right.
They call me almost.
Ah. All right, well, let's lead into the next one. Let's do the voicemail and fucking.
This song was supposed to, before we even play the song, this next
Ooh,
song
yeah.
was supposed to be called The Day the Dodgers Lost.
Oh, guys, I dropped the ball, dude.
Because
When I
this
was
is a
uploading
song.
it to distro.
This song is mainly about how the Dodgers let us down.
Again.
Again.
And again.
And again.
And again.
And again.
And again.
Dude, Did you see that fucking loss we just had? Fuck. Call me back. I'm gay.
Everyone loves this song, dude. This is actually the #1 song on Apple Music from our album. But on Spotify, it's not this one. But on Apple Music, this is the one.
It's a good song.
It's all chachi.
Yeah, for real.
Hard bass part.
Complicated lifestyle choices. Wish I took a better route. Living in denial. Paradise bit me when I kissed the snout. Life can send an opportunity. Watch me ruin if they doubt. Thought I had it pretty handled. Friendship lost to sex cost. Currency, emotional loss. Lost, turning into love.
On headphones, sick.
Yeah.
Manu? You know who loves this bass part? Ty.
Nice.
Mr. Killingwood.
It's about to get married.
Go ahead, Greg. We need someone live, bro. Just some cowboy.
Escúchame, tal vez me salga mal lo que quiero decir. Aún pienso en ti, lo que me hiciste tú no puedo olvidar. Lejos como el mar es cuanto voy a odiar. Olor de tu shampoo, veo que se marchó. Te tengo que olvidar, me duele tanto amar. Si tú vuelves a mí, jamás perdonaré lo que me hiciste tú.
That's the way. That gets me every time. Yep.
Es lo que está
Bueno,
mal, tan mal nunca harás con mi abuela
I do like that.
jamás.
I'm real proud of it.
Me too.
Sometimes I want to forget the past and
That's the best song.
leave it all behind me.
Probably ever that we've done.
I should learn from this and not do what I did with you
You played really good.
Remember how fast my chops died? It's been so long.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds very clean.
Oh, yeah.
I
Banger.
forgot we were supposed to talk.
Banger, dude.
Hey, dude, before we even say anything, I gotta say, I'm not mad at the pasta.
That has a lot going on. I would say that might have been one of the hardest songs to edit.
Yeah, well, isn't it like 150 measures?
It's long.
I was
too.
pretty proud of that because
And
that's our longest song.
Yeah. We used to write really short songs.
We still do.
well, last one was
That's an anomaly.
220.
Yeah, that's an anomaly.
No, that was a work, dude. That one was
That's-
awesome to have Greg come in, and Greg came in and fucking just freeballed all those percussion parts, and then Debo and I sat there and just picked and choosed and edited, and he had all, you know, it was so hard to quantize that but keep it sounding fluid and natural. And tell us about writing that song, Gil.
Well, the Dodgers kept disappointing me.
Yeah.
And then one day I hit rock bottom. And I just didn't know how to get out of it. So I wrote a song about it. And that's what came out. Then I wrote it 1,000 times. Literally, I wrote it like 1,000 times because the Dodgers disappointed me so bad.
It evolved a lot.
It evolved a lot.
That one
it was
just-
very hateful at first.
Yes, it was.
It was very hateful.
It was a little much.
Especially towards Cody.
It was a little much, and I remember us being like, "Oh, dude." Like,
Yeah.
changed it a little. And then I remember with the little bridge that we have in there.
Well, that was...
trying to get something to come out and then come back. And
But no, yeah, it's a cool little song.
yeah, I love it, dude.
Yeah.
I love it. I love playing it live too because I love making people dance.
And I've done my piece with the Dodgers, you know. I'll always love the Dodgers.
Yeah.
But
So it's like,
fuck them sometimes.
yeah, fuck 'em. I love how much I hate you guys. And
Yeah.
I hate how much I love you.
Yeah. Please win next time.
Please, for the love of
Shout out to the Phillies.
Yeah, man. That's curious.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Dude, you know, speaking baseball real quick, because this is the day the Dodgers lost. There's this like, I don't know if it's just a Twitter, but there's these people who do like gradings of umpires.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently yesterday's game 2 of the World Series between the Astros and the fucking Phillies, that umpire had 100%. I've never seen that before, dude.
Mm.
Every call that he made in the strike zone as a strike was right, and every ball they did outside was right.
He was a fucking robot.
He was the best, dude. Apparently he was. I've never seen it.
He was a fucking robot.
What a game, dude. What are both those games? We should have been there. I'm gonna get sad.
We should have been there. Like the Dodgers or like you and me should have been
No,
there?
the Dodgers.
Oh,
The Dodgers.
yeah.
Don't the fuck. I don't want to go to Philly.
I mean, I heard it's cold.
Where's Philly?
I think it's up north. I don't know.
We had cholos as geography teachers.
Shout out to Mr. Felix.
Shout out to Tapia. Sin aplicación. Damn, that's crazy, bro. We've been no application fee for a really long time.
Yeah.
2007. 17,
2007.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 15 years. Our band can have a permit. Our band
A
can
driving permit?
Yeah.
They can drive around?
It could drive with a parent or a guardian involved.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for our band. It should fucking start picking up its fucking
Weight.
load around here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
17-year-old
Ah,
fucking
shit,
bastard.
15, all right? Don't put our boy too high on the pedestal. He's still a little kid. He just started jerking off a couple years
That's
ago.
true. Fun fact about it, the song.
So did Gil.
No, that's not true. I actually stopped jerking off.
You putting your foot down?
Doctor told me it's time.
Your mom.
No, the doctor. He said,
doctor- what'd he say?
said the rashes on my hands are causing it.
He said those blisters are natural.
Yeah. He
He
says
said
it wasn't.
most people
It's
see
not
that.
hair that grows on your palms. Apparently, it's
It's blisters.
blisters. Yeah.
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 Try that next time.
Well, lube.
Oh.
Apparently, there's lube in all over our house. I didn't know
Oh
this.
my god, dude said it yesterday. I was like, he was like, "What? I don't use it. I got a big bottle of lube."
Let's not talk about that.
Cool. Let's hit the next one. What's next? I think bass 2.
I believe so.
Yeah, fucking bass concertos.
Bass concerto number 2.
Ah,
That's my favorite part.
yeah. Greg,
He's a beast, just like that tiger's head.
the beast is in there. shoulders have been hurting since the fucking show. I thought you were like.
That's good.
Your dick.
Don't like me.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was the hardest song on the album.
You know what? That stop is pretty hard. We still miss it sometimes.
Dude.
On rehearsals. In rehearsals.
I give you one better. What
Why?
is Gamora?
Why That's such a good joke.
What does he say?
Why? I think he says why is Gamora.
Yeah, no, that shit was
That is a
hard
good
as
joke,
fuck.
dude, yeah.
I think when we recorded it.
Oh, the song. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I think when we recorded the drums, we went in with such a like, oh, this is like a bass concerto, simple 1-2, just get through it stuff. And then, dude, Demo and I mean, it was probably as expensive as one of the bigger ones that we sent to someone because Demo ended up having to do so much work and my fucking picky ass, I would be like, nah, dude. I was like, I hate it.
But what
I
were
hate
you
it.
looking for?
You know what, dude? Our biggest problem was the snare drum on there.
I'm not a big fan
The
of the
snare drum did not come out good, and we actually got takes with two different.
Right, I remember.
He had a steel one, and well, he had one was much bigger.
Yeah.
One was smaller and one was big. It
And
wasn't
they
like
were
a
different.
piccolo
They
snare.
were
but-
different builds too. I
Totally.
think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
and-
different like materials. I couldn't tell you if one was steel or one was just wood, but I don't know anything about snares. But I remember they were different.
And I guess, you know, it's the drummer who recorded does traditional, and he was just not smacking it hard enough for how the mics had been set up. And I think that at the time with everything bumping, you know, the gain just wasn't as up as it was with the previous songs because there was so much like lack of effort put into the recording of that song. It was just so coasting. There was really no like dynamics and stuff. So when we got to post, you can't fix a bad performance in post, dude.
Ooh.
You can't. You can't
Shots
do it.
fired.
You can try, but you just cannot. Hey, anyone who does recording, James is in there shaking his head because you cannot.
can't see
You can't
James.
fix it. I know.
Don't put this on him, dude. Don't
Hey,
put this
you know
on
what?
him.
I just think that anyone who does any kind of mixing or stuff, there's some stuff that you can't. And that
I feel you.
that song. In
I mean,
particular-
I'm not like a producer or anything, but I'm not a big fan of that snare sound.
And you know what? That snare sound that we ended up finalizing on.
I'm sure it was the best one you found.
That's what's
Yeah.
crazy, dude. Because we ended up putting like different triggers
hate
on.
it.
Like there was a trigger on the bottom snare, there was a trigger on the top snare, where we had just like different kinds of sounds trying to come in. We saturated it, we unsaturated it, we did like a 50% trigger, we did 100% trigger, we tried fucking everything you could think of, dude. Like I bet you I could go through my Google Drive. I would dare say that I have like 30 versions of that song.
I
dude.
will say this, dude. When we get into a recording studio, we do demand a lot. So I mean,
That is very true.
So I mean, I'm sure that
and
person
it's
tried very
hard. It's hard for us to demand a lot when we're so silly all the time. That's such a problem. Not even I'm not gonna call it a problem for us. It's actually a problem for a lot of people that work with us because it's so. It's like, how can we be so stupid and then just turn it on and then be serious?
Yeah.
And then go back to being silly, and then it's hard to ask a serious request because they're like,
And like you said,
you just
that-
said something stupid literally a second before you said that.
right. And like you said, like that song is like supposed to be like something like kind of like it's like the back of your hand type of song, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like
Yeah, it's a bass
it's a
concerto
filler
too.
song, you
Yeah.
know? Like
Yeah.
So the fact that it was so hard to record is like, well, maybe that person just wasn't like, maybe that was like his resting song.
Hey, and you know what? In gigs, in shows, that is a resting song. That is because we are out of shape and we need a break on stage sometimes. We're rocking out for fucking 20 minutes straight. No, sometimes we'll go hard for like
And dude,
a
I
bunch
mean,
of songs.
especially like percussion players, especially like
Yeah, they're
like battery
putting
players,
hella-
like they're playing a lot of stuff.
using
So,
their whole body.
so yeah, but I mean, I understand when you're like in the studio, you gotta give it.
Yeah.
100.
And we all picked our own instruments.
That's
Don't
true.
forget that. Everyone
Well,
picks their
actually-
own instrument.
My mom picked mine.
Oh, really?
No, she didn't want me to play
Excuse
guitar.
me. Man, those are just some of the best memories I have. It was nice to see your sister when we both talked about it.
We're gonna talk about my sister.
And she she had it a little worse because she had a lot worse
She
because she
lives
lived
with
with
me,
your
yeah.
ass. You know what I mean? I was there every day, but I could leave. But I remember walking into the house, and as I would approach the house, I could just hear. We were 12, 13, you know what I mean? So it's not like this fool was sweeping. So it was like beep, beep, blip, 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 blip.
It was pretty bad.
Well, it's because one thing that I always, every student I ever have, I tell these stories about how I would walk in
Excuse me.
And he would have. Remember, he had long ass hair back then. That fool looked like an Indian. He'd have his hair
Native
hella
American.
fucking, and it would be all over him, and he would have headphones on, and you would play albums, and he would just figure them out as he went. And I would walk in, and I would just stand there and stare at him.
And he'd scare
Till
me.
eventually he'd look up and go, "Oh, oh you scared me, dude." That's good, right?
Is that how I look?
That was how you did it every time.
Nice.
Every time. And I would tell that story to my students because that's one thing that I always appreciate about what we both bring to our band is to this now, like most of you great musicians, hopefully listening, anything Gil hears, he can figure that out in a second. You know what I mean? He knows his ear's gonna go. His ear in his hands, just put it on the guitar, and he just starts fucking playing.
Unless it's Incubus.
Facts, dude. that I'm not gonna lie, that was a big failure.
And don't get me wrong, I've figured out some of Jimi Hendrix songs. Takes me a couple days, but like, not Incubus. I always
We
end up
tried
picking
to like
Incubus up.
just put all of Make Yourself on and play along, and
Those motherfuckers are amazing.
but you would
Anyways.
you would sit there and for years and years and years just play and play and play and play
Yes,
every
feed my
chance you
ego.
fucking got, dude. Every chance you got, and put that amp on a chair as loud as you could with your headphones as loud as you could. And now memorize them, but
Dude, there was times where like my whole family would be out, and I would open all the doors in my house.
Yeah.
And I would just put my amp as loud as I could, and I would just play in the living room.
really,
Yeah, dude.
Damn, dude. I'm having like flashbacks of jamming. Like in your living room or in your garage or in my garage or my living room. And our parents put up with a lot of shit.
A lot of shitty shit. Because we were bad singers. I mean, we're not good singers now. So
Which actually is relative to what we said in Walking Contradiction. I remember the first harmony we ever did was Pathetic.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
When we were
back when we were like 14.
Blink-182, yeah.
Yeah, and
Shout out to Blink-182.
to progress, and we know we're not the best singers, guys. We fucking know. Our parents have been telling us for
I'm no
17
Madonna.
years. You know what I mean? But that's one thing about Walking Contradiction, sorry, to take a quick step back, that I remember, for example, 49er, where it was another one of those
That was
songs
bad.
that you wrote, and it was hard for us to sing it. It was hard to capture it and harmonize and stuff, and Timo tried his best to really make it polished,
Yeah.
but we've come
was a bad performance.
We've come so...
It was a bad
There it
performance.
is.
That was a bad performance
We've
by
come
us.
so far from those 5 years that we did that first album. Dude.
Yeah.
So fucking
Or
far.
from me getting scared out of playing in my bedroom when you would come in.
That's crazy, because that's
Ah,
nothing, dude.
it's
17 years, bro. I know what your dick looks like.
yes, you do.
I know what your crack looks like.
No, you don't.
I do.
It's changed.
I do. Don't.
I have hemorrhoids. I'm just kidding.
Remember when we used to jump off your pool? I mean, jump off your roof into your pool?
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. You
Remember-
know, I think about that, and like that kind of shit makes me not want to have kids, because I would freak the fuck out if I found
Knowing
out
that they were doing the
my
dumb
kids
shit we
jumping
were
off
doing,
of a
dude.
fucking roof, dude. Like,
Remember when
that
old
was
girl went
dangerous,
to go
dude. I
jump
don't
and
wanna
didn't
think
make it
about
to the
that.
pool?
Yeah, I remember.
There was someone, we won't say names, and I was on the floor and she was up there with Gil. We're like, come on, just run and jump. We all do it all the time. And I remember I was
She
standing
stopped,
there.
and I told
was
her.
standing there and I looked up and I was like, I'll catch you. I'm right here. Don't worry. And I waited and I
What would
waited.
you have done if you
She-
actually could have caught her though? Before you even...
I could have taken the fall. At least we could have fell together. If she bitched out, at least I could have just, we could have
But
rolled.
she did.
and-
I told her when we were up there, I was like, don't stop. Just whatever you do, once you start jogging off the roof, don't try to stop. You
And
know?
I guess they were talking for so long, I was like, she's not going to do it. So I stopped paying attention, and I came to talk to Carlos Amaro. And me and Carlos like, and you just hear, and this girl barely jumps off the roof. And I swear to God,
And mind you, this girl's like 4'11", so like it was a long fall.
she bounces off the concrete and just flops in the pool.
Fucked her shit up.
And me and Carlos went, oh,
This is probably
shit.
incriminating, dude. We shouldn't talk about this.
And I remember looking up at Gil, and you were like this on the roof, like.
Dude, I thought I was
And
gonna
she
get
came up and was
deported.
like, "Ow, I hurt my ankle." But we were cool.
No, yeah,
we were all
she
young
was
and
fine.
full of piss and vinegar.
She's fine. She survived.
Yeah, and it was her
She's
decision.
Got a healthy kid, and she's living a happy life. She's okay.
Good times, dude.
Great times.
That made me think of, because you had long hair and playing guitar. And what was your first guitar?
It was an Ibanez.
The red?
The red Ibanez.
The red Ibanez?
Yeah. The red chuckle is what I called it.
What was mine?
I never called it that.
Mine was a black Ibanez bass, a
was?
4-string. Mm-hmm.
When you first started playing
My
bass.
very first thing I ever got was a black 4-string bass.
But like no, when you first started playing bass, like with no application fee or like
no.
when you first got an
That was like
instrument?
the first string
Oh,
instrument.
mine was a fucking shitty ass guitar that I found in my uncle's closet from like Mexico. Like just
Just a little nylon
it was
acoustic.
broke and shit, and like yeah, it was nylon. It was handled like shit. And then my brother got a guitar for Christmas. It was an acoustic guitar. And when he took off, he left it, and I started playing that shit.
When was this?
I couldn't tell you, dude. It was before I met you for sure.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you were like 11?
Yeah,
'Cause
but
we
I
met
was
when we
just
were
like,
12.
I was just kind of like
Oh, you just
there was this fucking, my brother had taught me like kind of like the basics, and there was this book that he left that had Stairway to Heaven.
Nice.
So I would try to play it, but I mean, it took me.
Was it
I'm still
tabs or
trying to
was there
figure it
music?
out. Yeah, it was tabs.
It was tabs.
I'm still trying to figure that fucking song out.
Yeah.
You know, like it's whatever. Fuck that song.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had that Black Ibanez, and then I remember I moved over to an acoustic guitar. And then
I remember that
and then
acoustic.
I
It
had
was an
that
Epiphone.
acoustic. It was.
Yeah, it was.
It's still in my
Epiphone.
parents'
I would play it
house.
all the time.
It's literally
I
still,
still
in,
play it
in
at
their
your parents'
garage.
house.
Dude.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a trip.
Yeah.
And then after you read Ibanez, you got the SG, the Epiphone,
Yeah.
the red SG.
Yeah.
Simply red guitars.
And I had an acoustic. I don't know where I got this other acoustic from, but I remember I painted.
You used to come up on guitars too, though.
I remember I
low
painted
key.
a mariachi on it. That was over there. I just brought it with me.
Yeah, but I was.
I think
we
I
were
had that
older.
for. But I think
Someone
I had
gave you that.
Yeah.
Nah, someone gave you that acoustic. Wow, look at us. And now,
But yeah, then I had the SG.
those who remember, I hope as people are listening, because I know musicians are thinking of their first guitars and stuff. Think of what you got now. Think of your equipment now. Gil, please tell us about your guitar.
I mean, it's a nice Fender, dude. It's American Fender. It's really nice. I like it. Stratocaster. Sounds great.
Sunburst.
It's got this little knob that pulls out. It makes it like, dude. You know, I saw this video one time, and this guy made a great point, dude. He was like, which when I was a kid, I didn't really want to buy pedals because I wanted to first master how to play my guitar.
I remember we were on fuck pedal trips for many, many years.
Yeah, but now I'm like, fuck yeah, pedals.
Yeah.
Give it to me, you know. But I remember this guy was like, a lot of people go get pedals and stuff, and they don't even know how many fucking like functions, I guess, for lack of a better word, you have on your guitar, dude. Like I mean, especially like a Stratocaster or a Telecaster, you have not just 3 knobs, like you have 5. Cause it's like beginning, middle, and back. You know what I mean? Like, and like middle and the back too. Like, it's crazy. And then you have a fucking tone knob that you can put on 1 to 5 to fucking
Yeah.
10. Like, it's crazy, dude.
And you know what? I the first person that comes to my head is Carlos Santana.
Yeah.
Because when you watch him, he's consistently moving shit around on his fucking guitar to get the tones he wants.
Yeah.
That's a trip.
It's
And it
crazy.
makes me think because now I got my American Ultra Jazz Fender bass. I said that in weird order.
Yeah, well, you're a weird guy.
And it has 4 knobs. Bro, I realized this after we recorded all these music videos. You know the little plastic piece on there that tells you which each knob is for?
Yeah.
Never took it off.
Nice.
Never took it off, dude.
Bro.
All the videos that you see up to now, I never took it off.
Fuck
and it
it.
wasn't until the other day that I looked and I was like, I should take this off. Bro, it was like, it was
Caked?
becoming a part. No. It was like, it had melted a little onto it because it's a little piece of plastic. It had started melting onto it and I had to like slowly peel it off and scrape it. But that makes me realize too, that Ultra Jazz, I got to be able to play with the tone on there too. That's a great point, you know, before songs. And it's just us being smart enough to know our set list and this song's coming up and I want to change this.
Yeah. That's why you always see me fucking around with my fucking pickup switch and my fucking like knob tone knob sometimes because it's like especially during rehearsal I'm just trying to figure shit out.
Yeah,
because it's
that's what
like,
they're for.
and then it's like how Demo said, like you need the amp that you want before you start even thinking about buying pedals. Fuck, he made a lot of sense when he said that, dude. And
Demo's a smart motherfucker.
he is a smart motherfucker, dude.
Son of a bitch.
And he helps us
Love
with
that guy.
all of our albums apparently, and I love it.
Bro, we met that fool. Demo is like,
And he has great ideas,
Demo
dude.
is a producer, engineer, TM, fucking
Good friend.
one-man show that has been a great friend to us for, I think we were 16, dude.
We signed a contract with him when we were 16 at some point.
Oh, we recorded a little EP with him?
Yeah. And he did
Wow.
not like us when he met us. Nah, I'm sure
Three
he
little
did.
fucking
Pendejos.
pendejos
Yeah,
and-
we still are.
So
Big
if we met when we were
pendejos.
16, we're 29 now. That's 13 years, dude. It's a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's been with us with our whole musical journey, dude. And he just always has good advice and very smart, dude. And
Yeah.
I think I want to see him naked.
Okay.
Well, let's get to the next song, bro. That
For
was
sure.
Hey, but you know what? it's funny because believe it or not, when we're alone, we don't talk about these things. So to share them out loud like this to where people have access to hear it, it kind of trips me out to think of all the shit. Like, bro, we got 1,000,001 stories.
We do.
We really fucking do.
And then someone's gonna go in there and take the worst things that we say, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah, well, 2022. Come find us.
Come find me.
Next is Unsure.
Oh, nice.
Please tell us a little story about this.
I don't know, man. This song
remember it didn't make it to the first album.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We tried writing
the
it
first album
in 2017, and when it was time to track it, wasn't up to par. And Demo looked at us and was like,
convinced us not to do it. Yeah.
Don't even bother, guys.
I'm glad we didn't.
And
I like it now.
Yeah, and
I
you
like
know
it
what?
now.
You know what it was really missing?
What?
All the percussion, dude.
Yeah.
And once again, Greg killed it on this fucking percussion, and Demo and I killed it on the editing to put everything in place. And this was another. Oh, I didn't shout out the last one. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Walking Contradiction and this one were both Manu. Come on, I know his last name. Calderon. Yes, from Estéreo Manse, who is a awesome musician producer. Please check out their fucking
Really
music.
nice guy too.
We've got to see them. Wow, we've known for a few years now since they've been playing.
You got to see him in like Northern California.
Yeah,
right?
you know what? They're on tour with fucking Carla Morrison,
Nice.
and they were toured through LA, or they were passing through LA, and Demo was like, "Yo, I'm being in LA one night." So of course we were like, well, "Let's go fucking see him," and we saw Manu and all of them. We smoked them out, and I remember they were like, "We're gonna be in Santa Cruz tomorrow," and I was like, "I'm gonna be in Santa Cruz tomorrow, dude." So sure enough, I was flying over there for a wedding, and they were like, "We'll put you on the list," and I was like, "Oh yeah, put me on the list." Yeah. And I remember I got like nothing but Scooby snacks, dude. That's horrible. But I remember they played at an amphitheater in Santa Cruz very, very recently, and they were sick as fuck. It sounded great.
Like they were under the weather? I'm just kidding. Sorry,
They
that
were
was a
sick
stupid
as
joke.
fuck, and it was so cool to like see Demo, boom, back
On the
there,
sounds?
and bro,
I mean, on the
I
mixes?
mean, that fool walks up to anything, you can figure it out, and it was obviously it was nice as fuck,
Yeah.
you know, because it was on like a college campus and stuff, and there was this one moment of
Your
silence.
hat says daddy.
There was this one moment of silence, and I was like, "Yeah, Demo!" And I just saw, just a
he
quick
did
little
that?
smile and went back to work.
He did that
And
smile?
then we got to watch them, and we got to watch Carla Morrison playing. Oh, dude,
It was dope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the whole band.
so
was
shout
really,
out to
really
Manu.
good. I think her husband plays with her or something. Check out Estéreo Manse is the point of that story, because Demo put us on and was like, "Dude, you need to work with Manu." And the two songs, Walking Contradiction, Unsure, that have that kind of Latin feel to it, of brings out our Mexican. He was like, "Send these to Manu, bro."
Yeah.
He's told us, "No, send these motherfuckers to him. He's gonna make them sound fucking sick."
And
And,
then he
he
did.
was super easy to work with, dude.
Dope.
Super easy to work with. Had no ego about my notes or any kind of like personal feelings onto it. And Unsure, when we were trying to write it, and it just never really came together. I think it was really just missing some Latin feel from the percussion side and the drums.
Yeah.
Because it was very rock and roll 1-2, and we were looking for more of
Latin vibe.
a Latin vibe, including bass 2, actually, the one that you heard before. You guys all know bass 1. Run back to the first album. You've heard us play it live all the time. It's almost like our sound check song that we do. And I remember when we were writing bass 2, I approached the group of you guys and I was like, I hear something Latin as fuck, dude. Like, that's what I was going for with that. Be-dum, boom, boom, beep, boom, 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 be-dum, boom, boom, boom. I heard that cowbell and like some congas and stuff, and Unsure, when Greg got in there and he just played a bunch of instruments. Remember how impressed Rob and Demo were?
Yeah.
With Greg?
For sure.
Dude, literally we're all in the other room, and you know how like he's in the tracking room and we're in this room, and everyone's standing there with their arms crossed and everyone's going, yeah, that's good. No, yeah, that's a great take. And he was just like, give me another one, and fucking around. And that is why I think now this version that we got recorded for Beer, Unsure,
Was the best
is
version.
sick as fuck. And
Yeah.
thank God we waited.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fuck yeah. That French one is pretty cool too.
Ooh, the harmony. And I remember telling Demo, I was like, don't stop the cowbell. He's like, are you sure? I was like, don't stop.
In my dreams, I
I do hate my vocals. Not gonna lie. Now I've learned to relax, but this was like the top of my range. So I feel like
You know what I was thinking? Why don't I start taking the higher parts?
Cold sweat if it's real life, a dream or something.
that's a great idea, dude.
I don't know why we do this to you.
Cowbell, baby.
Because not that you don't get them, but you're always
better
say
than
stuff.
me, dude.
You know,
Yeah.
like you always say
Which is weird because I'm littler.
littler.
I love that you wrote that.
Nice.
I love that.
I wrote that?
Yep.
I write some cool shit, dude. Fuck with me. Did you hear that finger picking I was doing while you were having sex this morning?
Felt ironic message.
Oh wait, we're recording.
I'm learning, thinking of explaining my thoughts to you lately. Tempting, dwelling, my heart stays with me safely.
Doesn't stop, baby.
I love it. More cowbell. Will Ferrell.
The horn. French horn. Didn't like it.
Good job. I wonder if people listening to this are like, can you please stop talking over the song?
They know this.
And if they don't, go listen to it again, dude. It's like all streaming services.
Stream it. Make some money.
Give us 2 cents, please. Come on.
Less. Like a half a cent.
That's like less than like homeless people asking for. Come on, dude. Go give it a listen. Thank you. I just came to me.
And I remember asking everyone, I was like, guys, we need a huge crescendo. This needs to be fucking...
It's hard to crescendo on an electric guitar. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's not. It's really not.
And you know, I know a lot of people think when you want crescendo, you want to go from like a mezzo, 14. It's like, no, we want to go 14 to
Fortissimo, yeah.
Like, yeah, that shit should be in the fucking face.
You know, contrary to popular belief, me and Andy know music. A little bit.
Like that right there, like, that's my fucking favorite.
Yeah, this song came out. Interesting.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Interesting.
Great
Very
song.
interesting.
Yeah, but I will
How
say,
does that song make you
I don't
feel,
hate
Andy?
myself, but the vocals could have been better on that. From my part.
I think for the rest of our lives, dude, the vocals could have always been
Facts,
better.
huh?
You know,
Well, hopefully it gets better every album.
I think
dude.
it does.
Gets better
I
every album.
definitely think it
I'm
does.
practicing, guys. We've been writing. Slowly.
There's a song we've been working on.
It's about you.
And you.
And you.
And you.
And you.
And you.
What song
That was
that
pretty
next?
silly.
Another one. So, this was on both albums.
What? Oh, yeah.
This song was on both albums.
This one was better, though.
Once again, at the same time we were writing Unsure, we were writing Vertical Epic.
We should have not done this one on the other one, too.
Yeah, we should have waited as well.
But it was a filler song. We needed some more songs, dude.
yeah, we were trying
Our
to...
albums are only like 30 minutes long, so.
It's okay. It's okay. We got 20 more to make.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Dude, that shit you showed me, what was it?
Yo!
Dizzy Gillespie?
Yo,
No, who was
everybody.
it? Oh, it was Herbie
Everybody.
Hancock.
It was Herbie Hancock. I want you to go listen to Direct Step.
Oh, dude.
I hope
3
somebody
songs. What did you
listening
say? This is what Andy said. 3 songs, 31 minutes. It was great. And then you know what? It really was great. It really was. I'm not going to say the rest of the word.
I was like, don't say the
No,
rest.
no, no,
Don't
no.
say
But
the
it was
rest.
great, dude. It was a fucking great song.
Yeah, that shit was sick as fuck.
Yeah.
So, Vertical Epic, there was a time, I can't incriminate anybody, right? Because it was so long ago.
What do you mean?
So there was a time.
Oh, yeah.
There was a time where we had a homie who worked at
I mean, you know how many people
a
work there?
distribution
There you go.
for beer. So what
Set it
they
right
would
up.
do was accidentally, break the pallet, and then whatever didn't break was free. Because if one broke, you can't sell it. You know what I mean? So the homie would literally, we would trade him an eighth or a quarter of weed, and this motherfucker would give us 10 crates of
He would bless us with a bunch of fucking beer, dude, and all kinds of extravagant beer.
It was no we never got light beers, dude. It was fucking Racer
Stones.
5s and Stones.
All
and
kinds of
fucking-
amazing IPAs. We started getting fat.
That was when it all started. That was when it all
Long story
started.
short, yeah, we started getting
And
fat.
the love for beer was like, it's free.
And
It's
we-
right there, dude.
And we had the fucking, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like we were lucky enough to be able to taste such amazing craft beers, mainly IPAs.
Yeah.
But remember those chocovesas or like the
Oh, yeah, we
fucking
would
like
get,
the
like, the holiday
horchata
ones
ones.
and Or sometimes they'd give us like they were almost like malt liquors.
And I mean, honestly,
like
I
13%ers. And
maybe it was like maybe it's a little bit incriminating, but shout out to Stone because they make great beers. Dude.
They do. They
and
do.
one of them in particular
and
was
luckily
Vertical
we got
Epic.
to drink a lot of your beers for free, and that was the name of a beer.
Yeah,
yes,
it was a
It's
Vertical
called
Epic.
Vertical Epic, and we called that because I remember approaching them going boom 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 bam boom boom bam boom bam boom 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 bam boom bam boom 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 boom, and then we were like, let's write some fucking.
By the way, dude, people talk shit about Michelob Ultra.
They're so good.
It's 4.2% alcohol. Do you know how much an IPA usually is? 6.
8.
So shut the fuck
Yeah.
up, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Drink
drink
a
2.
White Claw and lose some weight.
Hey, I hope you guys follow him on TikTok. There's a dude who does like Cholo Diaries.
Nice.
Remember I showed
Oh,
you that?
yeah, Dear Fool.
I just saw another one where he was like, "Dear Diary, hey fool, I went to this party, and they were like, or he said, where the beer at? Can I get a cerveza? And they were like, we got White Claws." And he was like, okay, well, I don't really care, bro. Get a nail clipper, that's it.
That's a funny joke.
Watch it. I won't tell the rest. It's
That's
really
a
good.
funny joke.
That fool's fucking sick. But yes, Vertical Epic. Also, for those who like the album and are ever like, damn, you don't play Vertical live a lot. It depends.
It's
on
because
the
we don't
crowd.
want to. I'm just kidding.
I like that. I like this. It's true. No, you know what?
It's the goddamn truth, goddamn
There
it.
has been a lot of shows.
Wow, that was a lot of cussing.
Where we're being real funky and real sexy, like No Application Fee does, and then we'll play Vertical Epic, and everyone gets up and walks outside.
It's
to
like go get a
smoke.
beer song, you know?
Yeah, so it's like,
Which actually is not a bad thing.
you know what?
Go
But
get a
at
beer.
our level,
But you know what? Get me a beer too.
at our level,
Why are you being such a...
of shut up. We don't want people to get up, dude. And if we caught people getting up whenever we played that song, so unless it's like a push around crowd that wants that,
I have
we
twitchy
got
eyes.
you. But
My eyes are twitching. Play the song. This is Vertical Epic.
first time I ever used bass distortion. Remember when you really wanted me to write words to it, and I was like, bro,
I got some words for you right now. Ready? I don't have words for you. Well, I have some words for you, but we're going to talk about
shut
it.
the fuck up.
It's about the song.
I love that.
I can't play
How we
it.
matched it.
Nah, it's good. I like the palm muting. It reminds me of a younger time.
But the distortion's like heavy enough that it's like,
Yeah.
Demo line that shit
Demo
up.
hates my choice in distortion.
you're still learning what you like.
I'm learning a lot of things. Learning to walk again.
Joe Swanson.
I think that was.
My favorite is when we do this and people are going,
Oh, like they just smelled the fart? Oh, they just got possessed? Shout out to Halloween.
call me what's her name from The Exorcist?
Irresponsible? I don't know, dude. The woman? The lady? The girl? The young girl? I don't remember her name.
We like chanting.
It's vertical, by the way. Not vertical.
Vertical, like the name of the song.
We are not quoting YouTube.
What do you mean?
They have a song called Vertigo. Like Vertigo.
Like what my dad has. Did you guys hear the sub right there? Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait. Pendejo.
I forgot, dude. My bad.
we
thought
kept
we were stop rolling.
We would finish a take and someone would start talking or something and be like, "No, guys!" They tell us on their headphones, "Don't talk, don't talk." Like, so we would all make sure that as soon as we finished, we would all just look at each other like, until we got in the headphones clear, and you could fart.
Fart. That's what you were holding in, farts?
Most of the time,
I was holding in feelings and emotions that I needed to
you
blurt
do
out.
catch a lot of feelings.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. The other day I saw a fish.
And then you were like,
And
"Hello."
no, I just saw a fish.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Everyone thanks you for that
You're
story.
welcome.
We're almost done.
I didn't see a fish.
We're almost done. We're gonna this skit that you're gonna hear next. We
It was about your mother.
yeah, and it was just off the dome. We had the mic set up. We were getting
Oh,
fucked up.
God. Which skit is this?
This is motherfucker say what?
Oh, okay.
This is what MFSW stands for.
This is about your mother's.
Motherfucker say what? So without further ado. Oh, and you know what? No, we'll talk about it after. Hey, you want another beer?
Yeah.
Salud.
Salud. These bitches gonna be the death of me.
Word.
Motherfucker say what?
This is a fun song to play.
Guitar sounds perfect.
It does.
Shout out Green Habitat. Supplying us with the weed.
Hotcakes. Shout out to DJ Nemo.
I can't wait to talk about it.
You gonna put some salt on this thing or what?
Never. It's my boy. I wish I could. He does.
Throws a lapis lazuli.
Right here.
I need a haircut.
Sick, dude.
We're just waiting for money now.
Once we have the bread.
No, I'm saying we already got the other thing. Your neck and your back.
It's a song, man.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Shout out DJ Mino on the vinyl scratching. Dude.
DJ Mino.
You know what? That was the first time I ever like worked on recording a DJ, but let alone I recorded a fucking old school hip hop head vinyl authentic ass motherfucker.
Mexicano as fuck.
And I remember that fool, like, as we'd hear stuff and I would, like, go to edit, blah, blah. He was like, no. He was like, it can't be no editing, dude. He's like, I'll do it again. Let me get it right. He wanted no editing whatsoever because that shit had to be organic and perfect.
And what did he get? No editing.
He got it. He did it. And I mean, bro, it took a couple days.
Yes, no, it took more than a couple days.
A few, right?
It took a few days.
Took a few days.
I mean, not like consistently, but I
Consecutively,
think
but-
it took like a week, a business week. Let's call it 5 days for those that didn't go to college.
What was cool is he had this record full of like free sample sounds that are, I think that I don't know the legal term, but it's called like public something, where you can use it and no one can sue you.
And you may
know what
ask
I mean?
yourself, why women moaning? Andy?
Well, in the midst of him showing us sounds off this thing that we're, like, hey, pick any of these sounds for me to scratch on. He's going through them and it's like, and we're like, go back. Go back. What was that? And there was like 3 or 4 women moaning from like a clearly old school porno. So we looked and we were like, yes, that is it.
Yes.
And it's no application fee, dude.
Yeah.
Welcome. Let's get it.
Nothing to it except that it's fun.
It's fun.
What are you
Without
gonna
feeling
dress
it
up as,
now,
Andy?
Mr. Krabs.
What are you going to dress up as, Andy?
Tomorrow I'm going to be Cat in the Hat, and my assistant manager and my floor manager are going to be Thing 1 and Thing 2 because we're cute bitches.
I'm going to dress up as a guy in a tracksuit.
Oh, got it. It's jogging. Or I think you just run for extended periods of time.
Yeah, jogging. Yep, that's what I'll be doing. I'll have a pager.
Now, we only have these last 2 songs, and we'll finish up these podcasts talking about the album. And as we told people about this, and I know you heard more than I did because you told a few more people.
Did I?
Everyone was like, that is the greatest idea ever of you guys doing a podcast. I don't know why you guys like to hear us talk because we're stupid.
Stupid.
And if you like it, we'll keep it going.
Sorry.
And we'll just start picking topics or checking out different shit and doing our thing. But we want to wrap up talking about this album with you. After the 2 songs, don't let me forget, I want to talk about mastering.
Do you want to do those right now or next time?
No, because I mean, we could just wrap it up. It's only like 6 more minutes worth of songs.
Fuck yeah.
No less. 2 songs, because it's Pennywise and Rejected.
Oh, really? We're done?
That's it.
That's it.
That's it, bro.
That's it.
All right, well, let's do it. Let's dive into Pennywise. We'll talk about it after.
Let's dive it in. Head first.
I love this song.
It's a great song.
If I had to pick a baby off of it, this is it.
This is your baby?
Oh my God.
Thought we were going to pick favorites, Andy.
Oh, I have favorites.
Fuck that.
Who can actually make out my words?
Weight on your back is heavy and back. The decision that you make can't leave you laying flat. Smack dab right on your ass. Now you wonder what went wrong. Oh, nah. Can't be me, but yo, it's true. Wanted to tango and it takes 2 years if I still act a fool. Cause a child in you always wins the duel. In high school, with the coolest dude. Graduated college to the party mood. Reality came real fast. In fact, snapped to the base, student loan paid back. Uncle Sam knocking at your door with the bullshit fucking credit score. Fuck so much your butt is sore. Parents knocking on your bedroom door. Looking at each other, they clench
like
their
Arthur.
fists. They disappointedly saying, I never wanted it to be like this. I never wanted it to be like this. I never wanted it to. I never wanted it. I never wanted it to be like this.
Because it's true, dude. This is a song about life growing up in our era.
Yeah, dude. Nobody wanted
I love
Corona.
it. You're a monster. You're sick as fuck. Actually gets my dick hard.
Does it?
Or this right here, actually.
It's a good song. It's a good song.
We added that last minute, by the way. The haze. It sounded a little too pretty, honestly. We should have made it more grimy.
Does it? We are pretty boys, dude. What can I say? We're like the Backstreet Boys. That's the type of music we make. Like some people have.
Boy band.
Boy band.
I wish we would have slowed this down more. I remember fighting for it, and we all kind of agreed on this. But I think it should have slowed down.
That was our attempt at metal.
Let me talk about this girl. I know she's seen her at my show before. She's not the likes of me. That to me, I intuitively It seems looking good in red. I know she's looking good in
Why did he
red.
start whispering?
I'm thinking to myself, although she's chicken with no clothes at all. I'm trying to be rejected. I don't know what the fuck you're saying. To see about this queen. I started saying.
Oh, Cerde. For everyone who knows Cerde, laughed when they heard that.
Fun fact, I was supposed to do that part, but I couldn't
What
get
happened?
drunk enough.
You couldn't get drunk
I
enough?
couldn't get drunk.
We had the idea for Gil to get belligerently drunk and sing to
We
women.
took shots. We drank beer.
We did. We got fucked up, and Gil just sounded fine when he
And
would sing.
Cerde was fucking faded.
But everybody knows Cerde can get fucked up.
And he was saying all kinds of crazy shit, you know.
And he was blah, blah, blah. So we set the mic up. We put a blanket over his head
And
with
that's what
this
happened.
exact mic. Well, not this exact mic, but the fucking SM7B. I actually have a great video that I'm gonna try to send that we can watch,
Oh yeah.
like at the end of this, of that session when we were recording, and that fool.
You
is
have a video
fucked.
of that?
Oh, I do.
Nice.
Oh, it's good, dude. It's
That's
good.
hilarious, dude.
Well, I'd love to talk about Pennywise because
Let's
guys,
please.
I fucking love that.
Let's
song.
talk about Pennywise.
Did I hit it?
I'm not sure.
We usually smoke blunts. We're smoking joints for this session, and
It's nice.
it is nice.
You know what? It's
It
nice.
is nice, but man, there's nothing like a good blunt.
Dude, I'm giving myself till the end of Christmas to stop smoking cigarettes.
You're almost done, dude. You've been doing great.
Thanks, man. I'm
You're
trying.
doing great.
But
Whoever
I
wants to
did buy
stop
a
smoking
pack.
cigarettes, you can do it. Yeah. We'll just
tough.
smoke more blunts, dude.
Nah, we'll smoke more joints.
And blunts. And that's another one that I brought.
Okay, Pennywise.
I brought to the table.
You wrote all of that by yourself,
I
actually,
never
no?
wanted it to be like this. I never wanted it to be. That was what I brought to the table, and everything sprouted from just that. We knew that
That was it?
That was the very first little piece of it that I had. That was it.
When
And then
when did you write the lyrics?
almost immediately, dude, I wrote that little.
Where were you in the summer of
I,
2000?
I wrote the hook first. I actually probably still have the voice memos, dude. I bet you.
You wrote it down as a
I'm not
voice
gonna
memo?
play it. Wait, let's see. You know what? It's our podcast. We can do whatever
Here.
the fuck we want, right?
Do you want this?
No.
Nah. You took it anyways.
Oh, look. December 20th, 2017. Pennywise the Dancing Clown.
So you were telling me that you wrote it down. Oh, sounds like your dirty underwear. But when did you write the lyrics?
So that's all I had. I guess I had that, all of that. And I think off of that same recording, because I love to record the voice memos.
Yeah.
So I can write to it because I noticed that if I write with the bass in my hands, my pen, or
Yeah.
my thumbs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I end up writing my words the same melody as my bass playing. So I didn't want to write something going, I am so okay because I'm so, because I would have matched it with my bass playing and I wanted it to be different. So I tried to treat it with my hip hop head that I love. And I always record that and I'll, you like that? And I like to
Sorry.
record it on my voicemail when I loop it so that like if we were, what I always think of Outkast.
Oh yeah.
In when that fool's like watching ceiling fans go around, trying to catch the feeling off instrumentals. I got my paper plus my pad, and he's talking about writing. I wrote that, and I was like,
Sounds like a Gormany.
I got bars. I love bars. I love, and it was Mike and Mac in particular, because for a long time I would try to sing my best, and I'm not the greatest singer. I know I got a good
pretty good,
ear.
though.
I know I'm a good teacher. I know I can play good, but singing isn't my forte at this point in my life.
For sure.
And I love hip hop and I love rapping.
Yeah.
And it was Mike and Mac in particular
Mac
who
and
looked
Mike.
at us and were like, guys, you got bars, bro. Like, spit that shit.
That's facts.
So Pennywise was the one song in 2017 when I was like, I want to bar the fuck out. Like, I want to write some hard ass fucking bars. But how old are we in 2017?
You're so funny, dude.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we're 24?
Yeah.
We were 24,
No.
so still young.
Fuck.
Still early 20s. And I remember I I don't want to say that it's completely changed, but I remember at that time, like,
No, it's completely. No, I'm just kidding.
we're definitely not the same person I was fucking 6 months ago, let alone 5 years ago.
Joe.
But I remember in my pen, like I was trying to be like on a
cuck?
like a common tip.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like a conscious, like I want to talk about more than just bitches and this and that.
And your dick.
So I was trying to write those kind of deeper songs.
Yeah.
And this one in particular, I wanted to bar out, but not just talk shit.
Yeah.
Well, excuse me. Let me say that differently because I'm talking shit the whole time. They think
Conscious shit.
Conscious shit. You know what I mean? I was trying to be on my conscious shit. So that's why I wrote something. And I'll never forget the first time a couple people heard it while we were writing it. In particular, our drummer at the time. I remember when I first showed it to you guys, he looked up at me and he was like, "Damn, did you like write that about me?" And that was the best compliment I ever got because it wasn't. It was a generalization, but I knew that people were going to relate to it because our age group, I think, needed this song. Because it's like, and guys, it almost has absolutely, don't think into it being about Pennywise. You know how people like
has nothing to
dig
do with
deep?
Pennywise.
I just love, look at my background. This has been my background for many, many fucking years, dude. Like when the new It came out, I love that fool. I'm going to get that fool tatted. I'm going to put it on camera right now.
It's a good book.
And I just wanted to call it that because I was in love with it. So don't think deeper than that. But I knew that I wanted it to be like how Seth MacFarlane says about early Family Guy was holding up a mirror to ourselves to remember how dumb we are sometimes or how ugly we can be. And that was what I wanted to do with Pennywise.
We are ugly
dude.
people, dude.
I wanted to attack our age group of all these peoples from like the late 80s into the late 90s, you know, where it was like, guys, we low-key suck, dude. Like, let's get our shit together, bro.
Yeah. If you
like,
get anything from this podcast, can you just like put your cart where the carts belong after the
bro,
grocery
put your
store?
cart where the cart belongs,
Yeah.
dude.
Just do the little things, bro.
Put the basket back.
Yeah. Don't
If
be
you're
an
not
asshole.
gonna buy it, go put it back, dude.
Don't leave the meat in the chips section.
Because you're
bro.
not gonna get it. Go walk
Like,
that shit back, dude.
Why are we like this?
And look, we can't speak for,
Sorry.
in my opinion, we can't speak for anyone else except for our age group because
Yeah.
we can influence our peers.
Yeah.
Because we can be good for each other. You know what I mean?
we're
And then
good for
trickle
each
it.
other, all right.
Oh yeah. So I think that's almost why Pennywise fits as a title.
Yeah.
Because Pennywise would feed on these evil people or make these innocent people feel the most fear they could, and it made them better.
Yeah.
And that was what the thought behind it was because I'm saying some fucked up shit in that song. Read the lyrics on it. I said some fucked up shit about all of us, and myself included, on that song to remind us that like Pennywise will get you,
Not
dude.
me.
You,
Just kidding.
you're perfect, dude.
I am, dude.
You're fucking perfect.
Dude. Unless I do drugs, I'm the fucking shit, dude.
Yeah, I love that song.
No, for sure,
I'm super
yeah.
proud of it. I love the bars. And you know what? I remember before we ended up deciding to record the album at Light Black Productions with Rob.
Shout out to Robin Light Black Productions.
Hell yeah, Gardena, please hit them up. Shout out Rome Park. I always think of them because they went to record there because they saw we were recording there. So
I mean, dude, we could do
the
a whole
more
podcast about
business-
how much we love Room Apart.
That's facts.
That will be coming up after our
You know
album
what?
podcast.
Yeah.
We will talk
We're gonna invite those fools.
just about Room. Yeah, we should invite them.
we should.
we
Except
should, man.
we're a little much, dude.
We'll try
I feel like we're a little much for them
Nah,
sometimes.
they'll be all right.
You think so?
They'll be all right. Yeah, we'll just let them talk.
What if I sit on
We'll ask
Alex's
them
lap the whole
questions. I
time?
don't think you should do that.
I think he's down though.
Well, you should ask him.
Hey, bro, text
Can I
me.
sit on your lap?
Before we
How
decided,
tall
we
do you
were gonna
think he
record-
is?
Oh, he's tall, bro. He's
Yeah?
like 6'2".
You think so?
I think so. Before we decided to record at Light Black Productions, we were gonna do it at Classes.
Shout out to
Classes
Classless.
just started this shit. Shout out all the people at Classes, and it made a little more sense for like, guys, please look up Light Black. When you walk in, there's a fucking first room of like a little office where we had all the beer in the fridge. We had snacks and stuff. And
And
then there was a
supplies.
hallway with a big like table thing where we kept all our stuff. And then there was a huge tracking room, dude. Huge tracking room on a stage that sounded great. And then there's the little booth that was when we recorded with a Neumann, for those who speak nerd. Yeah. Not the little one either. It was the big one, dude. And
the fuck is that?
the mic we used. Remember the fancy one?
Oh.
Which, sidebar, always trips me out that if I didn't tell people that, bro, when we used this SM7B and a Neumann, you almost couldn't tell.
Ah,
Anyway.
interesting.
And
Maybe
then
you
there's
shouldn't say that.
another room where he has a couch and a drum set set up, and it's the control room where I mean, he just let us be almost too comfortable, dude. Like, I loved how much time we spent there recording.
Shout out to
this.
Dylan
I wish
Harper.
we could have done all of it there, but Demo pointed out as well, like, we couldn't afford that.
Yeah.
So that's why we did all the tracking of the guitar
Vocals.
at the... No, we did the vocals at Light Black.
We did some vocals at the house.
We're doing a podcast, ladies. And they didn't hear me, guys.
I hope they did.
You know what? That actually leads me to another point.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when we were outside Dave the Rainbow's house when he was doing his summer solstice parties.
That's what I heard.
And Matias and Josh and somebody were kind of just
Are you just
jamming.
calling people out today or what?
No, 'cause I'm telling the story because they're all there. They're like, yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
And I remember we walked up and we sat on the steps, and I love talking to my friends when they're playing. You know, I love talking to people because have you ever been to a show and everyone? Well, it's LA, bro. You go to a show and everyone's like this.
Well, he knew he wasn't.
So I'm like, I'm gonna engage. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make sure these fools know I'm listening. And I'll never forget. Matthias looked over and he goes, the hecklers are here. And I looked at Gil and I got kind of close to him and I was like, is that what I'm doing? And he went, low key. I was
It
like,
took me a long time to
"Really?"
figure out that I was heckling,
I
dude.
was like, am I heckling these
Nah.
motherfuckers? I had no idea. I thought we were laughing and being friends.
Because you know what it is, dude? What it is that it's hard. It's hard to be on stage for a lot of people, which is understandable. So
yeah.
when you're trying to interact, it's almost like you're trying to take away from what they're trying to do.
Like how comedians say, like, don't heckle. Well, that's
that's comedians.
Talking.
Yeah, that's comedians.
Yeah.
If you're heckling at a comedy show,
You're
that's
stupid.
kinda fucked
That's
up.
different. Yeah, I'm gonna shut the fuck up unless you're talking to me. You know what I mean? But at a gig, I guess you're right, Gil. And I take for granted how
Easy.
not only how easy, but how much we've been.
Well,
in front
think about
of
how
people
much
on
we got
stage.
heckled. Our parents would heckle us. Like our friends would heckle us. Like
The fuck out of us.
and we would just laugh about it. Like, dude.
It helped our stage presence, honestly,
And
because
also,
we're
like,
interacting.
and also, like, I might have been a bully in high school.
Oh, you were kind of a dick, dude.
Yeah,
Hey,
dude.
if Gil bullied you in high school, I want you to call his cell phone at 310. No, I'm just kidding. And tell him to fuck off.
I actually changed it to 562.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
Nah, but I want to talk about the mastering real quick. About
Real
that
quick,
album.
mastering. Give it to me. Master
When we
me.
did that first song with Mark Needham, I remember first asking him because he thought he was gonna do our whole album.
Shit,
and
I
then-
wish we could afford that.
Well,
you know?
hopefully next little EP we do.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it wasn't cheap, and I remember he thought he was gonna do the whole album, and when he only had one song, he was like, "Oh, bummer," but let me know if you need anything. And I brought up to him that we were gonna need a really good mastering guy. That if we were hiring people of his tier to mix, we wanted someone just as good to make it mastered and better.
to make
'Cause-
it not fuck up what he did.
well, he made the great point that someone who does mastering correctly makes it 3% better.
Right.
A good master makes it no better. It just gets everything level. But great mastering makes it 3% better, and it can't go any more or less than that because the mix has to be ready.
For sure.
And
I remember going to that fool's house. It was nice. Him showing us that.
did we talk about the story when we went there?
I don't know if we did, but
We
I
were all
remember
gonna go
dude.
to Mark Needham's house to
He
go
almost
listen
got me
the
to.
mix.
He there was a guitar that was there, dude. That he was like, "You can play it," and I was like, "Nah."
Well, do you remember why?
Yes, because I was.
Because the day
Hungover.
before, these motherfuckers were like, let's drop acid. And I was like, dude, we got to go to Mark Needham's tomorrow to listen to the mix. And they're like, we'll be fine. And I was like, well, I'm going to pass.
Oh yeah,
And we got there, and these fools were still fucking fried. And they were on the couch like,
fried.
just like, dropped acid the night before. But Mark
Yeah.
Needham was so cool.
And that dude, that fucking neighborhood is so nice. So nice.
Los Files.
And dude, it was fun recording this album. Since we got to the last part of it, it was really fun recording this album.
And definitely the hardest thing we've ever done, bro.
And for sure, dude, like how you said, to get back to the mastering real quick, a little bit that I know about nothing. It was cool, like how you, because I like the fact that we used different mixers.
Yeah.
And it was cool that he was able to incorporate everything correctly to it. It doesn't sound like anything's out of place.
Yeah.
Maybe it does. I don't know. Fuck off if it does, you know.
No, but we were gonna go with Mark's mastering guy because he told us, dude, I got a guy that's gonna make that shit amazing, blah blah blah. But he was gonna be Mark Needham rates. And guys, we'll never say the number out in public like that, but how much we spent on that, our accountant knows, it was not fucking cheap.
We're
dude.
still paying for it.
Yeah, yeah. That is why we've been laying low for so long and just trying to give you this content because we're trying to fix our pockets, dude. Because it was all money in, Nipsey Hussle style. And Rob from Light Black was like, I have a mastering guy that's sick as fuck and very affordable. And sure enough, when I asked him for his credentials and stuff, this motherfucker's won 2 Grammys, 4-time Grammy nominated, and has worked with just like these huge, like Ray. I think he won 2 Grammys with Ray Charles.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken.
God damn.
Yeah. And bro, he is in Indiana, if I'm not mistaken. Once again, the cool thing about him, and I want to say this out loud to hopefully other musicians listening that are trying to, you know, who obviously take themselves as serious as we do, but are ready to take that leap and put the money in and stuff. This dude made a point when I brought up the mastering to him.
Yeah.
I wanted to give him notes about what I'd heard and this and that. And he, you know, he heard me out. And one of the things I brought up was, hey, I got critiqued. Blake Eisman in particular was the one who told me it was a horrible idea. And I heard it from other people that going with all the other mixers was a bad idea.
Yeah, for sure.
And when I brought that up to Robert Hadley, he was like, bro, I've been doing this shit for a really long time.
I mean,
And
maybe
he
that's
said,
just something mixers say so that they can get the whole
No,
spread,
because,
right?
well, listen to the story he tells.
Yeah.
He goes, back in the day when I was in the game,
Yeah.
that was when record labels were involved.
Yeah.
And when record labels involved, they have other contracts they have to fill. So you're bouncing back and forth.
Yeah.
They have different people coming in and out because everyone's got to make a little money. So my job as a mastering engineer was always to make all these different mixes come together as one for an album. He was like, so in particular, my specialty is when there's multiple mixers for me to get it to where it is. So when I told him that, I was like, cool. And I was going to say more, and he kind of stopped me. And he was like, look, I think I should listen to it with a brand new fresh ear, and I'll give it what I think it needs, and then you can give me feedback.
Nice.
And I remember when he gave us the first one, that was when we invited, you know, Greg over, and we all just sat there and we heard it. And it was great.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
Yeah.
But the word I'll use again that I asked for a second round was, it was very cold and harsh.
Frío.
And if you listen to a lot of, I hate using the term mainstream, but like popular music. How about that? Music that's popular, that everyone knows that song. There is a lot of saturation. And anyone who does mixing and stuff, saturation is your best friend. You need to always incorporate it. And that's a big mistake I made in all my mixes when I worked with all my other friends and did their tapes, was I didn't know how to use saturation correctly.
Now, what is saturation? Specifically, if
distortion.
You can. Distortion, overdrive.
It's not that, but like if I could put it black and whitely for
dirty.
you, it's like a distortion where like I'm gonna make it more edgy, you know. And how Demo would give me an answer like, "There's many different ways that you can use saturation."
Dude, it's really hard to get a straight
accomplish.
answer from Demo.
Yeah, it always is, dude. And I remember I asked him to make it a little less saturated, and people always tell me it's because you're the bass player. And I'm like, bro, you can ask my guys. Like, they'll agree. We want lows as well, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want this
I like
nasally, rough. So he was like, all right, you got it. You're paying me.
Lows.
And I asked him to add more lows on
Lows, lonely
everything
boys.
in there.
Sorry.
And take 2, we stuck with most of them, but there was a few songs that obviously needed a few different touches in there. But, dude, our mastering was a month of rent. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
That's why we're still recovering. We basically paid rent twice that month when we wanted to do our mastering.
Yeah.
Dude.
And shit keeps going up. Actually, did you see gas prices went down a little bit?
Dude, I put gas at $4.99, bruh.
Dude.
I had to hit you with a bruh, and I don't do that often.
You don't do the bruh.
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 Hey, bruh.
It's bruh.
Bruh.
It's bruh.
BRUH.
Yeah, bruh.
Bruh. You gotta roll your eyes back like that. Bruh. Oh, shit. Look at the camera and do it.
I think we're done, dude.
Guys, this has been the hardest thing we've ever done, and we appreciate all the support.
This
dude.
podcast or the album?
The album.
Oh,
fool.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. Why do we call it beer?
Because we love drinking beer, dude. There's nothing better, in my opinion, than, dude, I mean, it's not about getting drunk, right? Like, it's just about having a good time with your buddies and drinking a beer, dude. And just maybe not one, you know, but like, and there's people that don't like beer, but
Yeah, but
I mean, beer
and I
is just
remember
a social friend, you know. Beer,
He's our guy.
Beer has been around since before you could actually drink water, because water could be toxic for you because of all this shit people were polluting because they didn't they were
No,
shitting all over the place and not cleaning it up and destroying. Dude, we've been killing this world since we started becoming
beer drinkers.
conscientious. But anyways, beer, dude. I love beer.
And I
You
remember,
love beer.
I remember telling you that we needed something easy to market. And my thought was that. And we've had a billboard on the 91 freeway. We're hoping to get it back, but
Some people saw it.
ooh, that shit was expensive, dude.
Yeah.
That shit was not fucking cheap. And
It was a fun project. It is a fun project.
and I know it's good enough for us to take this next step, dude. And that's why we've been getting the success.
Yeah.
But we got people in our emails from fucking London, Colorado, of course, all throughout California, Arizona. We just did a fucking on live radio interview with someone in Kentucky that played our music and then interviewed us.
Oh, that's right.
We got people in fucking. I mean, just it's really coming together, dude. And I know we're not.
Yeah, we
haven't
thank
hit
you
that.
guys-
We haven't broke that cap yet. We're getting fucking.
We thank you guys for listening.
Yeah,
for sure.
please, bro. Because
And
right now this
watching
this
and all that
first
shit.
this first couple months that the album dropped, has been on like 2 months now. That was mainly for you guys, for the people who have been fucking with us and want to check us out. And now our next goal is to get our pockets right and just really fucking start marketing us outside of here, you know, like hitting all these other places and these other markets.
We want to
and
spread the no application fee love everywhere.
everywhere, dude. So the nicest thing you can do for us is ask someone to listen to beer, dude.
Just share it to one
That's it,
one
bro.
person.
Like,
dude.
and putting it on your
Show it
story
to one
goes a long
person.
fucking way. But there's nothing like when you're in the car with all your homies putting on our shit.
And you know what? If you don't, it's all right.
Yeah, we're just that would be how you could
Yeah.
support us the best. And
Yeah.
low key, support all you musician friends the best, bro. Because we listen to all our homies shit all the fucking time.
Well, some.
No,
I'm
I
just
try to
kidding.
listen to everyone's shit at least a few times
There's
to make
a-
sure that I get it under me. And I think that's why I love Roma Part so much, dude.
Yo, Roma Part
Because
is
I'll
dope.
hear their album and be like, these motherfuckers are amazing.
All right, look. Next episode, we're gonna talk about.
All right,
how
you know
dope
what? Wait,
Roma
look, I'm
Part
gonna text
is.
him right now. I'm literally doing it right
We're
now.
gonna ask him a few questions about why they are so dope, why their dicks are so huge, and why they sing like angels. Have you guys watched Roma Part? Please do. Good night. Good luck.
I just sent Dustin a text. Next podcast,
The
Roma
end.
Part. No application fee. Beers. Weed. Thank you guys for bumping our shit. Thank you for fucking with us. We're gonna finish this beer and get the fuck out of here.
Ding 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 ding. Exit song. Ding 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 ding. Exit song. Ding 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 ding. This is the
I
exit
gotta pee,
song. Again?
Yes, I broke the seal.